What's up with it, fam? It's your boy Preston McCullough Jr. here, back at it again with another video. Don't judge my background. Don't judge my background. Now, this is actually where my wife, she do her thing at. Her clients come in needing sister-like retires, and, they sit down in this chair right here that I'm sitting in, and then she get their hair done up real nice. They go home happy and everything like that, right? That's beside the point. But I just got to reflecting on all of the different ways that I've lost a tremendous amount of money over the years. And I actually did a video about some of the different ways, but even in that video, even though I listed 4 different ways over the past 8 years that I've lost a tremendous amount of money investing in other businesses and stuff like that, right? I still didn't even get every business. Again, like I'm pretty much a jack of all trades when it comes to different business ideas. Like, that's me. I'm that guy who always got a new idea. I'll put a lot of thought into it. I'll try some things out, and I'll put money behind it. And a lot of times, it don't work out, right? I'm gonna be all the way a book. I've lost a whole lot of money in business, but I've made a lot of money also, and right now, I'm still doing my entrepreneur thing. I've been self-employed over the past 9 years. And I hadn't had to go get a job yet, right? And I've still been able to successfully make over 6 figures consistently. But today's conversation is about losing money, because that's one of them topics that a lot of people don't talk about. It's going to be a lot of clicks on these videos where people are telling you exactly how to make money, right? Different business ideas and stuff like that. And, I'm going to be real. Oftentimes, whenever anybody is making a YouTube video or any other type of video, TikTok or Facebook video or whatever, telling you a specific way on how you can go out there and increase your income and make money and all that, 9 times out of 10, if it's already on YouTube, the market is already saturated. It's something that you probably, you can learn something from. So I'm always an advocate for listening to different people talk about business ideas, talk about making money. So subscribe to those channels where people, are actually going in depth, teaching you how to make money. As long as it's not some kind of get rich quick scam, right? Well, of course not a scam, because ain't nobody gonna voluntarily sign up for a scam. But I mean, if it sounds too good to be true, if it sounds too easy, then most likely it's not true. It's going to come with some strings attached. Most likely it's going to be a lot harder than they advertise. Most likely the market is already saturated. So avoid that. But you can learn a lot of business lessons just from listening to people. You know what I mean? But so listen, I wanted to get into one of the main reasons why I've lost so much money over the years. Listen, fam, every single time that I've lost tens of thousands of dollars in any particular business, it's always been me chasing this idea of passive income, right? Everybody wants passive income. Listen, fam, like, I have yet to find any source of passive income. Like, even the rental properties that I purchased and I paid cash for, right? Saved up. I didn't inherit a whole lot. I didn't inherit no money or nothing like that. I had to work my ass off, grind up, save for years before I was able to purchase my first townhome, and I was able to pay cash for it. And all in renovation and everything, I spent about $70,000 total. And I'm making about $2,100 a month just off of that property. That is the closest thing that I've ever been able to come to passive income. And that's not even passive. It takes a lot of work. But I will say, right now where I'm at, it's not really a whole lot. It's not that hands-on because my tenants pay on time. I'm hardly ever getting phone calls. Like, I made sure that before I even moved anybody in there, the townhome was in absolute perfect condition, damn near. You know what I mean? So they hadn't really had a whole lot of reasons to call me. So the money is coming in, but all of the work and all of the effort I had to put in up front. You know what I mean? So that wasn't necessarily passive. Let's talk about the trucking business that I invested in with a partner, right? That was a business that I had a friend who was an owner-operator over the past 2 or 3 years at the time when I decided to invest with him, right? His vision was to grow the company, but we just had differences of opinions on a lot of different things as far as debt. Like, I don't like debt whatsoever. I don't like to borrow money. I don't like to owe anybody any money. I like to pay cash for everything that I can. I'm one of those squares that drive around in a 2008 Honda Civic, even though I make well over 6 figures every single year, because it's like, I just don't feel like it's the right time to pay to take out a car note, which in my opinion, it's never a good time to take out a car note for me, right? But I like not having no payments. I like having a cheap car that if anything go wrong with it, I can just pay and go get it fixed. You know what I'm saying? But back onto the whole trucking company thing, right? So I invested a whole lot of money into it, and my goal was to infuse his business with cash, right? I purchased assets, and because he had the trucking experience, he was gonna be the one doing all of the day-to-day work, also driving until we got to the point where we could get even more trucks that will be able to replace him actually doing the driving. We got up to a couple of trucks, a couple of trailers that we paid cash for and everything like that. Everything was going good. We just disagreed as far as like the money was concerned, right? So things happen. I don't want to go into too much detail, but what I will say is it was lazy on my part for me to just invest money over there with the full expectation that I would just be receiving residual income all the time, right? But again, I was just kind of hoping that I would be able to help him to, get to the point to where we can just grow the company. And I pretty much was just going to be able to kick back, chill, focus on my main business and just let the money grow. Well, needless to say, it didn't work out, right? For me, passive income it's just been unrealistic. Like, I have not been able to crack that code on how to actually get passive income. Everybody preaches passive income. It's a buzzword, and I feel like it's used and abused, right? And it's one of those things that get a lot of clicks. And everybody, of course, everybody wants to figure out how to make passive income. But in my opinion, right, and I'm pretty sure that my opinion is very close to fact, but in my opinion, it's going to take a huge lump sum of money for you to actually make real passive income through investments like the stock market. And even if you put your money into dividend stocks, which in my opinion, I don't even like dividend stocks. But even if you put your money into dividend stocks, right, that's a form of passive income. If you invest your money into funding a business where you own a percentage. But again, that's still going to require some level of due diligence, paperwork, talking to attorneys. Like, it's work. You know what I mean? It's work, fam. You ain't going to just be able to put your money over there and then it's just going to just return a whole lot of money to you. No, it's going to take a whole lot of work. Anytime you invest your money with any other people, with any other company, it's going to take a whole lot of work and a whole lot of due diligence, right? The most passive form is to just take a whole chunk of money and just put it into a stock market or whatever where you got dividends being paid out or something like that, right? And that's even risky because just because it's a dividend paying stock don't mean it's a good stock. The actual stock price could actually go down. So you could be investing your money into a dividend stock thinking you're going to be making passive income, but then the amount of money that you put in could significantly reduce if the company's not solid, right? So again, passive income, what the hell is that? So another example, this is one of the businesses that I didn't even talk about in the last video that I did talking about how I lost money. But I invested into into truckloads of overstock and store returns, right? And what I did was I got me a storage unit. And I pretty much had all of the merchandise delivered to the storage unit. I set up my storage units, and I had two of them. I set them up like a store, right? And I was posting to Facebook. I was posting to Instagram, word of mouth. Fam, I was making money, right? I ain't gonna lie to you. I was making money. It was worth it. But however, because of the amount of money that I currently make, like, it was costing me more money spending all that time at those storage units, meeting customers, talking back and forth on email and through direct message and text messages and stuff like that. People calling me and asking me questions. Like, it took so much of my time. Like, I was losing more money by not focusing on my main business than I was actually making from that business, right? Now, that's something that I could see myself getting back into because I'm the type of person, like, I love to sell. Like, selling stuff is a thrill for me. Like, I absolutely love selling stuff. I don't know why, it's just in me. I just love selling. I love the hustle of it, right? So if anybody watching this video, that could be something that you might want to look into. Like, but again, you got to figure out how to actually buy overstock or store returns at a reasonable price, fam. It has to be at a good price. You got to be able to do the math. And if y'all interested, I can even show y'all the formula that I use, because I actually did make money. But when it was all said and done, the amount of money that I made, it wasn't worth the money that I was losing by not focusing on my main business. And again, I went into that business trying to figure out how to make it passive. My goal was to start selling and, prove the idea, and then I was gonna hire somebody and have them to pretty much run it. But the thing was, I would have had to trust people with handling cash, because I started noticing that a lot of my customers wanted to pay cash. They wanted to avoid taxes, I'm guessing. They wanted to see if they could get a better deal, which I wasn't really giving a whole lot of deals out, because everything was already cheap. You know what I mean? Everything was in pretty good shape, but I was dealing with a lot of cash. So that was another thing that I was trying to figure out. And just the amount of thought that it took for me trying to properly organize this business as I was learning in the process, it was just like, you know what, forget it, it ain't worth it. So I sold out. I made all my money back plus a profit, and then all of the rest of it I just donated just to get it off my plate, right? But I actually made a little bit of money from the actual business, but I lost money on my side because I wasn't able to make as much through my primary business trying to grow this business, right? And that was, again, passive income. What the hell is passive income? I still ain't been able to figure it out yet. Now, those are just a couple of examples. I don't want to keep y'all too long. I don't want to make the video too long. I just wanted to give y'all a couple of examples. And, hey, if you have personally been able to figure out how to make real passive income that's not going to take a whole lot of work either up front, where you can just kind of relax it on the back end a little bit, like real estate, right? Come on now. Everybody know real estate can provide you some level of passive income, right? Some level. But that fluctuates, because you might be dealing with a crazy ass tenant that's calling you all the time, that's needing you to do stuff, right? Luckily, I haven't had that situation yet. But again, passive income, like what the hell is that? Like learn the amount of time that you got to put into learning the business, the amount of work that it takes. Like if you selling stuff, you got to pay sales tax. That's you taking time, going into the computer, writing in your revenues, writing in how much you sold. Like all of it, it's work, fam. It's work. Communicating back and forth with accountants and like this work, fam. I don't care what nobody tell you. It's work. And if you already have a primary source of income that's already highly demanding on you, I would say tread lightly when it comes to chasing a lot of these ideas and these business ventures that's quote unquote passive income, right? Now, if you somebody who got a whole lot of time on your hand, you able to make a good amount of money and it don't take a whole lot of time, you got extra time to try to learn another business, then it might work for you, right? No matter what it is, you might have the time to actually dedicate yourself to learning a business, growing the business to the point where you can then have employees to run it for you. So it's going to be a little less work once you get to that point where you can have employees doing the day-to-day stuff, but it's still not going to be passive. It's still going to require work. But that's all I got to say, fam. Thank y'all for watching. Holla at your boy.